What is spicy?
Devlog time! Come on, grab your friends. We'll code and make some pixels dance. Godotengine and aseprite too. The fun will never end. It's Devlog time.
The exams are finally over, so it's time for content updates. Before we get to the status effects, I want to mention that I finally added enemy intentions, so now you can plan out your turns way better. It's definitely a needed feature, especially when we introduce the status effects. I will need to draw more intents once I add more enemies and different abilities, but for now, we know if the enemy is going to attack or block, and we know the amount. Also, we know if the mage skeleton will cast a spell. I also made the cards a little bit thinner by removing the outer white layer, and I think they look way better now. As I said in the previous video, most of the cards are going to be food, and they will apply different effects based on their flavor profile. I wanted the status icons to be simple, but still made in a way so that you know what it is without looking at the tooltips. So let's see how they work. Status effects can be of different types depending on when we want them to trigger. Some can expire, so they stack based on duration, while others stay until the end of the combat, unless they are removed by another effect. Status effects are applied by playing cards or by enemies casting spells. Sweet is a permanent damage buff for your character. It displays the bonus damage you deal on your attacks. When applied, it creates a modifier and the cards update their damage. And as you can see, the skeleton does in fact take more damage. Sour is a permanent block buff for your character. Works pretty much the same as the sweet effect, it's just for blocks rather than attacks. Spicy is a bit more interesting. When we play a habanero card, we gain 3 stacks of spicy, and it says that our next attack will apply 3 stacks of burn. So our attack transfers all of the spicy stacks into burn on the enemy. Burn is an effect that triggers at the start of the enemy's turn, and they take damage equal to their burn duration. Then the duration goes down. It's a pretty useful effect because enemies clear their block, then start their turn, and then take the burn damage. Even if you can't kill them on your own turn, the burn damage might take care of them for you. Salty is a pretty strong effect that works similar to the spicy one, where you gain a stack of it and then your next attack will consume it to add the thirsty effect on the enemy. Thirsty instantly changes the enemy's intention for his next action and they skip a turn because they need to rehydrate. Remember people, stay hydrated. Calcium is the only non-card effect for now, and the mage skeleton applies it on both himself and on the player when using his cast ability. When calcium is applied on the player, it makes you gain less block, but when cast on the mage, he gains more block. You can get rid of the calcium deficiency debuff by playing a dairy card, like milk. Now let's take a look at every effect in action. We can see that the mage wants to cast a spell, so we're gonna save our milk for later. We're just gonna eat the donut and attack for 8. We're still not being attacked, so we can try to kill the skeleton on the left. Play the fries, so he skips a turn and do a double attack. Now we see that the mage wants to shield for 10 because calcium gives him +4 block, so we want to make him thirsty and we can also make him burn. Kill off the normal one. Now we play milk to get rid of the calcium deficiency, do one attack and let the burn deal with the mage. You're not going to have all those cards in the starting deck, I just put them there for testing purposes and to showcase how they work. They are usually going to be earned through rewards when winning battles. If you like this content, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future updates. And feel free to leave suggestions for the game in the comments.